Thanks for staying tuned to your station, the AfricaTelevision, and welcome to your program, Security Watch Africa. On this program, we'll bring you information you need to keep your life safe and secure. Wherever that information is, we'll bring it to you. It's a sad, starting the program on a sad note because we lost a very, very important personality who helped to make sure that Security Watch Africa got stabilized. Talking about the man who made sure that policing was filled with discipline and proper activities in terms of equipment and in terms of training. I'm talking about the man now we can now say late Inspector General of Police, retired though, Ibrahim Amadou Kumasi, who died on Thursday and was buried yesterday. Security Watch Africa had a lot of good histories and good memories with him because it was at his time when he was Inspector General of Police in 1997 that this program started up, and we remember then that the government of the day, because we were still in the military era, we are not too comfortable with the program Security Watch Africa, and wasn't ready to allow us to continue with the program. But this man stood his ground and said, this program must be. And even when guests that appeared on this program were being arrested, he had to issue an order that nobody must harass or arrest any guests that appeared on Security Watch. Then the program used to be a 1-hour program with a live phone-in. People were free to say their minds on issues of security. So you can see the role the late IGP, retired now, played. We're praying that Allah will accept his soul and grant him the deserved rest. He's a man who worked passionately for this country, Nigeria. We join millions of his fans. There were those people that they called Kumasi boys in the Nigerian police and even in the armed forces, because he was a man who is passionate about human capital development. We join those people to mourn him and his family. It's always a good time to meet IGP Ibrahim Kumasi. When you meet him in his home in Katsina, he's always lively and ready to support. So we mourn him. But anyway, life must continue for those of us that are still living. We must do everything to impart on the lives of other people around us. That is the essence of life. So, yes, during the week, I must report that the week was relatively less stressful in terms of security reports, not being as used to be the previous week. We had a lot of damning issues of people being attacked and headsmen and supposedly headsmen and communities killing themselves in various parts of the country. But this week was a bit peaceful, and we'll pray that it will continue and even get better than it used to be. This week, even the land, the Gili that was being taken by the Boko Haram elements were recovered, and this week we are flushed out and arrests were made. So on that note, we must say kudos to the security agencies for doing a yeoman's job. We also congratulate the security agencies for the role they played during the Ekiti governorship election. Most people have commended them for doing a wonderful job. And we'll commend the Commissioner of Police in that state, Bello Ahmed, for doing a wonderful job. Pre-election and post-election was calm and peaceful. Yes, neighboring to Ekiti State was Ondo State. When we had the news that some people who were in the custody of the police escaped, and it was troubling. But we are glad to inform you that those people who escaped have been rearrested by the police. So many stories were said, and not only them, that even led the police to arrest of so many even car snatchers and armed robbers. So kudos to the Ondo State Police Command led by my brother, CP Benga Adeyoju, for doing wonderful job. Yeah, this brings me to one issue that occupied discussion during the week. That is the issue about the role of the media and national security. Talking about the case, particularly of the incident in the Northeast, where there was reports that so many soldiers were killed and all that, and people were coiling this report from foreign media. We had thought that we as Nigerians must report with responsibility. Those who have the responsibility to report news to the people must have the national consciousness in mind, and national security must be paramount, because when you glorify the excess of these criminals, then you are giving them that oxygen to commit crime, and they feel that, yes, they are now heroes. We must look for a way to be able to balance our report and confirm our stories before it goes to the members of the public. So especially the mainstream media, we expect much more responsibility from them so that Nigeria can be better. All over the world, there is need for you to imbibe national consciousness and national security in the reportage of news, unless you are a sensational newspaper or what some people call junk media. But for those who are not junk media, we expect that there should be responsibility in what you are reporting. That brings us to our interaction with the Chief of Army Staff, talking about Lieutenant General Tuku Yusuf Buratai after the successful Army's Day celebration in Mungunu, Borno State. Security Watch Africa had this interaction with him, and we'll put it up in this report. Sit back as we bring you Lieutenant General T.Y. Buratai.
July 2015 will forever remain fresh in the hearts and minds of many Nigerians. It was a month that marked the change of guard of leadership of the armed forces of Nigeria. President Muhammadu Buhari, after being sworn in as the Commander-in-Chief of Nigerian Armed Forces, decided to change the leadership of the military as a result of serious security challenges facing the country. Lieutenant General Tuku Yusuf Buratai was appointed the Chief of Army Staff by President Muhammadu Buhari, and this changed the narrative of how officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army fared in the struggle to keep the Nigerian state as one indivisible entity. It was a total shift from scenarios where soldiers had to retreat, run away from battlegrounds just to remain alive, sending Nigerian soldiers to face the enemy with insufficient weapons, thereby giving the enemy advantage over the Nigerian troops. The new Chief of Army Staff, seen by many as a game changer, repositioned the Nigerian Army with his vision of having a professionally and responsive Nigerian Army in the discharge of its constitutional role. The vision is intended to ensure seamless connection between the ends, the ways, and the means of tackling insecurity as the Army continues in safeguarding the nation's territorial integrity.
Since I came on board, we've never had any dull moment. We've conducted our activities professionally, and when I say there is no dull moment, is that every quarter we have a training exercise, and it is deliberately tailored to take care of all the training needs of the Nigerian Army, from the conventional to the non-conventional to humanitarian operations, to staff duties, to field training, as well as counter-revolutionary operations. So these are our focus, and we've remained it. We have maintained it. That is the best way to be professional, to continuously train. And from exercise Harbin Kunama 1 and 2 to Crocodile Smile to Python Dance or Goike 1 and 2, these are all tailored towards a professional military. And you have seen over the years, from Harbin Kunama to the other operations, Crocodile Smile, we have shown our professional standing. We've gone further to see that we've been quite responsive to the security challenges of this country through these various training exercises and operations. So you can see right from 2015, 2016, when we started effectively the trainings, we have achieved a lot. The Niger Delta has been stabilized in terms of the agitation, by the Niger Delta militants and so on. We've also checked, activities of certain ethnic militias and some groups. We have also effectively dealt, with certain communal clashes, cattle rustling, as well as a conflict between the herdsmen and the herders. They still, the ugly hair still, comes up once in a while. But by and large, we are not resting. We are still pursuing. We are still looking at all the loopholes to ensure that we deal with them. There is no security challenge in this country that cannot be surmounted. We are up to the task and we are ready to do our job professionally.
Having degraded Boko Haram and the launch of Operation Last Hold, geared towards relocating internally displaced persons IDP back to their communities, Nigerian Army has continued to support the returnees through its non-kinetic approach to sustaining the much-needed peace in the Northeast. With the conclusion of this year's Nigerian Army Day celebration, NATSA 2018, which had the Commander-in-Chief of Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, as a special guest of honor at the grand finale, what is the way forward for the Nigerian Army in the fight against insurgency and other security challenges?
This is where you had Mr. President, spoke about the stabilization phase. This is where we're entering. We intend to have more presence of the military. The Northeast will still remain our center of gravity in terms of the counter-insurgency operation, where we make sure that we don't allow any form of insurgency to come up again. We must continue to pursue all those elements that are still sneaking in with IEDs, that is improvised explosive devices that they detonate, either through vehicle-borne or through persons-borne, or at times they bury them on the ground where our troops step on and inflict heavy casualty on us. This we must continue to pursue them, and because of the terrorist tactics, to cause maximum disaffection among the people, we try to isolate them. And this is what we have achieved tactically and operationally. We've isolated them and we are pursuing them, where they are running into. So, by and large, I assure you, the Nigerian Army has done a lot. The troops have done, our officers and men have done a lot to ensure the stability of this country, and they will continue to ensure that the territorial integrity of this country is protected. And this is what we'll be doing in the Northeast, and the North Central and other parts of the country. We must continue to patrol all the flashpoints and to prevent, these communal clashes of farmers, herders clashes, playing banditry, kidnapping in support of the civil authority. In the Niger Delta, we still have to continue to patrol that area to provide the needed security and protect our mineral resources, the oil resources there, to ensure that the unscrupulous elements do not continue to steal the crude oil and the militancy does not, rear its ugly head again. This our focus that we'll be doing, and we'll continue to make sure that we provided the needed support to the government to have security for economic development. And this is the theme, the main thrust of the theme of this year's Army Day.
Welcome back. Really, I must agree with the Chief of Army Staff that the Nigerian Army have really done wonderfully well in stabilizing this country. Without the Nigerian Army, I wonder if the entity called Nigeria will still be existing today. We must commend all our soldiers that have been doing wonderfully well, and their commanders and their management of the Nigerian Army for doing a yeoman's job. Congratulations to the Nigerian Army. Yeah, we'll also say congratulations to the Inspector General Police Intelligence Response Team and the Special Tactical Squad for recently just commissioned their operational office in Abuja here, where they are to operate better. And it means that now they are now institutionalized and this project was done by self-help. Officers make sure that they provide themselves of an office accommodation. We expected the government to do that, but the officers had to collectively ensure that they have an operational office. So congratulations to DCP Kolo Yusuf and DCP Abakari for doing a wonderful job. And congratulations again to DCP Abakari because they have arrested some of those who assisted in the adoption of Chibok girls. Later on, maybe in next week edition of this program, we'll bring you more detail about how that operation was carried on. It's something that shows that the Nigerian police can actually do right if they encourage. Congratulations there. Yeah, to the 15th edition of Security Watch Africa Awards nomination is coming already. We have so many nominations that are here. Time will not permit me to read it, but we expect that still send in your nomination because nomination letters are already going out right now, and the assessment will soon be completed. So if you don't nominate anybody, don't expect you to say, why did this person get award? Please, you are free to nominate so that after assessment, if the person is found to be worthy, the person will get the award. It's taking place in Banjul, the Gambia, this year. Yes, as part of interagency collaboration, which the Nigerian police and other security agencies are collaborating in terms of internal security, the new controller of immigration in Enugu State, controller of immigration, visited the Commissioner of Police, CP Damala Mohammed, to see ways of cementing the relationship and working better. Security Watch Africa was there, and then the report was done by Security Watch Africa team. So sit back as we bring you this report.
The sustenance of peace in any society can only be achieved with the cooperation of all security agencies charged with the responsibility of protecting lives and property of the people. The Enugu State Commissioner of Police, Damala Mohammed, has reiterated the need for a more vibrant interagency collaboration in Nigeria. According to CP Damalam, such collaboration will bring about improved security and safety in the country. He made this known when the Comptroller of Immigration, Nigeria Immigration Service, Enugu State Command, CIS Dora Amaya, paid him a courtesy visit in his office with her key officers. CP Damala maintained that the Enugu State Command of the Nigerian Police Force has maintained a robust and steady synergy with other sister security agencies in the state in line with the directive of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Ibrahim Idris, and assured her that the command under his watch shall insist on maintenance of a robust interagency collaboration, which is to be further achieved through various notable interagency programs.
Level of crime is reduced to minimum. I can say that confidently. And it's not only our effort, it's in synergy with the organization and others. And I'm assuring you that we are going to do much more cooperation to ensure that we sustain the good relationship we are enjoying.
Earlier, the Comptroller of Immigration Service, Enugu State Command, Dora Amaya, informed the Commissioner of Police that she and her key officers came to register their presence in the state and to cement the existing relationship between the police and immigration service in the state.
The main purpose of being here is to maintain the cordial relationship between us. There's, like I heard from my predecessor and the officers I met on ground, that there's been an existing cordial, but I want us to further extend that warm hands of partnership so that we can maintain the existing peaceful atmosphere that this state enjoys.
He, however, solicited the support of the Commissioner of Police and the Police Command to enable her achieve her set goals and objectives. At the end of the visit, Security Watch Africa had a one-on-one interview with CP Damalam and CIS Amaya.
In your opening, you did talk about coming election. What support do you think immigration service can render to ensure that elections are peaceful?
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that question. It's a very good one. Like, you know, we have some nationals from the neighboring countries. And, you know, during election time, a lot of people cannot distinguish between a Nigerian far northerner and from people, other people from Niger, Chad, and Mali. So they will certainly will want to come in and vote. And a lot of them are even being arrested as they come to collect the national ID. You know, once you are able to get the national ID, you can get a voter's card, because having a national ID makes you a Nigerian. So the immigration officer has to be at the polling stations to distinguish who should vote, who is a Nigerian and who is not, and who should be arrested and handed over to the police at that point.
You are the Commissioner of Police. Police is the lead agency in internal security in Nigeria. The Constitution gave that power. How are you tackling the issue of interagency rivalry in Enugu State?
You know, the issue of interagency rivalry, we have been tackled. Well, it has been tackled here very well. If you recall, our amiable leader, the IGP, Brian K. Idris, he directed all the police commissioners in charge of command to always have a good synergy with other security agents, both military, DSS, immigration, and others. And that directive has been complied with. Here in Enugu, all the security agents will work as one family for one purpose, to checkmate the activities of criminals.
Okay. Yeah, finally, in your remark, you actually brought up an idea which I think is good, talking about the junior officers having a forum or interaction that could help to eliminate clashes. I hope, how soon do you think this can materialize?
You know, we did one some months back, about 6 months back. So we'll try and organize another one, so that we'll be meeting periodically to discuss issues, to have interface discussions, so that they will understand themselves better.
How helpful has the Immigration Service been to policing?
Very helpful, very helpful. They are very supportive institution. They have been there for long, and we need their cooperation and assistance to checkmate the activities of criminals.
Thank you very much, sir. Welcome back. Quickly, we're not going away from Enugu State because Security Watch Africa was in Enugu, and we can report to you that in terms of crime control and mopping up of all these criminals, making sure that they are taken away from the communities, Enugu can be said to be one of the leaders in this country, and that informs reason why this state can be said to be one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria. So sit back as we bring you this report on Enugu State Police Command.
Enugu State, the political capital of southeastern Nigeria and unarguably one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria, is faced with the enormous task of sustaining the peace the state has attained. The Commissioner of Police, Enugu State Command, Dan Malam Mohammed, a man who has endeared himself to the people of Enugu State through commitment and dedication to ensuring the residents sleep with their two eyes closed. CP Dan Malam, in an exclusive interview with Security Watch Africa, said he couldn't have achieved much in the state without the support of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Ibrahim Idris, the Enugu State government, and the people of the state. The Commissioner of Police praised his men for rescuing the father of Nigeria's international footballer, Mikel Obi, who was in Russia representing Nigeria at the World Cup, and a priest from the daredevil kidnappers.
I told my area commanders and DPOs, they should not be chair DPOs. Every day they must go out and patrol. They must visit our men where they posted them. Like this week, I went out twice to different areas myself. I went on patrol. So I encourage them, they should not always stay in the office. Police work is practical work. You have to go out and visit them and to ensure that they are doing what they are supposed to do. Once there is close supervision, the men will perform. We have dedicated hotlines, emergency lines. If there is any issue, we encourage members of the public to go. And I always say our time of response here is between 10 and 15 minutes. Once there is distress, we will respond. And we'll make sure that we reach there in time to save situation. We deployed our men at strategic location within the state, so that when there is any district, it's easier for them to reach. Remember, we have the area commanders, we have the DPOs. and we have other sectional heads like the Federal SARS, the Counter-Terrorism Unit, Anti-Cultism, and Anti-Kidnapping Units. And there are other officers who are in MOPTI, and there are other security measures which will not disclose for security reasons.
It was harvest of criminals as the command paraded some suspects before Security Watch Africa crew. These suspects were arrested for crimes ranging from illegal possession of firearms, cultism, armed robbery, murder, and kidnapping. Ogbonna Onuha and Chibike Udu were both arrested for stealing and shooting their victims. Ogbonna boarded a commercial motorcycle and at a lonely spot attacked the rider in an attempt to dispossess him of the motorcycle, but when resisted, Ogbonna shot him. Chibike on his part went with a gang to rob a man in the forest.
I'm here because I went to steal motorcycle, to rob motorcycle, but I was caught on the process.
Are you sure the person? So why did you go to steal a motorcycle?
Because I was jobless. I didn't have I didn't have any income. So it was temptation. It was my friends that lured me into doing that, and I didn't do it. I don't used to do it before.
It make me to be here because of one friend where me I get, and I don't know say the friend no na Emmanuel be name. I don't know say Emmanuel no be good friend. I say ma carry me enter forest, say make we go find where to go chop. I follow him go enter there. I follow him enter. I no see anything where he carry, but as we enter the forest, I can't see gun for him body. The gun where I see for him body. And carry him shot that to operator. Operator collected he saw operator, how much I got give you? Make it take all that 3. He say the man no give him anything. He can't shot the person.
Time is really not our friend when we are presenting this program, but definitely that report will continue by the next episode of this program, so you get to know how these criminals operate. It's sad that some friends could lead one into committing some heinous crime. Now that they are in police custody, they are regretting their actions. But we'll come your way again next week, God's willing, and we'll bring you more exciting edition of this program. But we'll beg you, we'll plead with you to support this station, the Africa Independent Television, and support this program, Security Watch Africa, so we can bring you more information you need to keep your life safe and secured. Until we come your way again next week, I will say, remain blessed and bye for now.